today, 17th, 18th of May, 2026. And I'm just going to sort some cards. You've seen them already if you've watched any of the other lives or shorts recently. But dirty. Should have cleaned the table first. Just looking through right now to find all of the Nebraska ones because that's what I'm sorting. And this has one of those type, so I'm getting rid of that. That type. And putting in why is that in there? Putting it in one of these. Check out Adam's Card Closet. He had quite the video today. So did Big Papa Breaks. He tested a theory, and it did not pan out. And this needs separating. That's just a base. This is a red. 3 of 299. What is everybody doing today? We had tornadoes today. You had tornadoes yesterday. We had tornadoes today by Falls City. There was an extremely large one there. That's all they said on TV is extremely large and dangerous. So we'll find out later tonight on the news. Right now, I'm watching the Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'll tell you the score. I know it's in the fourth quarter. And cuts to commercial. And there's a flood warning on for some place. They just got it up in the corner of the TV. I don't like when they do that. Personally, I'd rather have them cut whatever feed it is and just cover the storm. This card's turned otherwise ways that I would want it, so we'll fix that. And there's that. Goes in the Lindmeyer box. I believe this is one also. Yep. It goes in the Lindenmeyer box. This one is Roman Mangini. Don, what's going on? Had a little bit of weather today, but nothing here, more so to the other part of the state. How's it for you today? You staying safe? Well, I guess something exciting here is I've got a song coming out. I'm waiting until I'm sure that I have all the rights secured so nobody can pull some shit. Oh yeah. It's dark here. Pitch black. That's Oklahoma, Nebraska. I created one. Lyrics and instruments and all that. And if I had your email, I would send it to you. And there's a reason why I'm making sure I get everything, all the permits and everything locked in before I put it on YouTube. Another Mangini. It never did arrive. Did it autocorrect? Instead of putting TEXS, it might have typed in Texas. It never came. TEXS Hockey, HOCKY, cards, CARDS, @gmail.com. Okay. Another Roman Mangini. Yeah, when you hear it, you'll understand. And please do not share it out. There's probably only a few people that I'd send it to. It'd be you. I would trust Mojo with it. I showed 2 neighbors, and they're both like, "Yeah, you need to get the rights." And when I do, I know exactly who I'm going to contact and say, "Hey, you might want to listen to this." Like I said, when you hear it, you'll understand. Justin Evans. Deshaun Singleton. And when I end the live stream, I'll check it, and if it did not come through, I will let you know through the comment on the last or the video you commented on last. But yeah, isn't that ridiculous? YouTube offers a selection for for music for a short, Heinrich Harburg, and then they hit you with a copyright strike instantly. So I appealed it. You go through the appeals process, 30 days, and then they can terminate your channel. They did say that. Hopefully they don't. Otherwise, they're going to be sending me 2,600 some videos on some sort of card, SD card or whatever type. I'll take them to court over it. Okay. Well, God is great. I think you've seen him in here. He got banned. Get this. For Jay, how's it going? Yeah, I saw that one coming up from Fall City was headed towards Des Moines area. Might have went a little bit south of you, but I was just telling Dawn, I was talking about that copyright situation. And what did she say? Banned 24 hours. Yeah, but I was talking about God is great, how he got banned from commenting on videos for saying, God bless you and have a nice day. Deshaun Singleton. And YouTube is getting ridiculous. It's communist, what they're turning into. To be honest with you. YouTube is a bitch, Jay Thompson says. That is an insult to female dogs everywhere. But YouTube is a cunt. I will say that. And this is all the fault. All this stuff that YouTube is going through, or that we have to deal with, is all the fault of Logan Paul walking through suicide forest in Japan, Cortez Mills, and he showed a dead body. I got banned from Facebook for telling former to kick his ass. Yeah, YouTube is just getting outright insane and communistic with their rules that they enforce on some and not on the others. Victor A. Valente told me about a channel called, or a site called Rumble. I haven't had any success on there at all, but it's like instant. You're basically instantly monetized when you sign up. Not like you're going to get any money. It just depends on your content. And I'm sure my content is not interesting enough for that many people because cards, you know. Oh yeah, feed the squirrels all day long and film them crapping on paper that says YouTube. I support that 100%. Make little squirrel toilet paper rolls that say YouTube on it. It's a great platform, it really is, but it's gotten ridiculous. Spurs 89. What are they? Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder 84 with just over 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, but YouTube has gotten outrageous. They refuse to monetize my channel because I have reused content. Who'd they play? Cubs forgot how to play baseball since 1905, and then they got lucky one year. The Seattle Pilots. Oh, that should go. This stuff should go in there. Oh, they did have 3? I thought the one, was it a couple years ago, was the first one they won since 1905. But I don't get base 6, 8, and 16. See, I only know about. Well, I guess I don't know which one it once. Oh. So was 1908 the curse year then? I thought 1905 was. Obviously it wasn't. Okay, 1908. For those that don't know, what was the cow that kicked over the lantern? What was her name? There was a cow that kicked over the lantern and lit the whole entire city of Chicago on fire, basically. And that's what they blame for the Chicago Cubs sucking, since somebody from Nebraska owned the team. Then they got good. Miss O'Leary, okay. That's right. Yeah, once you got a Nebraskan involved in there, then you guys did good. Pete Ricketts. What are these extras? Van Chancellor. We've got the Sheldon. I know these already. But they happen to be sitting on top of the tote. An empty envelope, that kind of bothers me, and there's a fly stuck to the glue. Yeah, it's those are 51 Bowman. I've got about 40 or 50 probably. I'd like to get that set. I'm not going to spend the money for the mantle, the maze. Whitey Ford I might buy. But otherwise, I'll just get a reproduction of those and put them in, you know. And everybody will look at the name and they'll understand why, you know. Those are 51 Bowman. 52 Bowman, I have the maze. So it would make sense for me to go ahead and actually purchase the mantle to get the set. I would need to purchase a bunch more first. But. If I ever made money like they do in Washington, see, like Dawn, she's probably a multimillionaire. My oldest was 58, and I had a 62. That was as a teenager. I paid $20 for each one of them. $20. Were I to purchase one now, it would be like a 58 and a 62. You gave up on the first million? Okay. Typically, they say that's the hardest one to get. Things, how's it going? We were just talking about you the other day. You got a... Uh-oh. Hold on. Well, I had to. Sidaveni Havili Kafusi. So evidently that's the empty envelope. Waimanalo, Hawaii. How close is that to you? High school, Punahou School. That's a fun name. So you're saying this guy's going to be president? All right. Yeah, there aren't too many islands in Iowa. Technically, I live on one. Any good pickups, Aaron? Oh, shit. Cool. Let me know what you want. I'll send that your way. Right now we got Spurs and Thunder on. Game's almost over. Oh my God. Kick him out. Kick out that Wabamba and whoever he just ran into. If anybody's watching this, they just ran into each other and it was just like a bump and they both fell down. It's 94-92 Spurs with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Who won that? I'm going to say Sabres because every time I say any other team besides, or every time I say the Habs win, then they lose. Okay, so I know what I need to do. If the Habs win the Stanley Cup, you'll know what happened then. I'll cheer for everybody against them. Oklahoma City moves ahead 95-94. 1 minute 45 left in the game. Well, Canada hasn't won anything in the NHL since the 90s. So I'm guessing that they'll at least get to the finals if they don't win. Especially since the USA men and women kick their ass in both the Olympics and the Paralympics. Paralympics. 97-97, 112 left in the game. But I guess, for a Canadian team, Montreal would be the one to pick because that's just, to me, the most Canadian anyway. There she is again. Welcome back, Dawn. So if that's this empty envelope, there's another empty envelope that's getting scary because those are even in the kitchen. What did you get? Tell us about your acquisitions. I'm going to guess Ted Williams. You can have Cocaine Tiger for the background right now. I do have the Williams. But my guess is he got Ted Williams. That is Jay, you're going to cry even more when I tell you this. That's another card that I paid $20 for, 20 or 25. Not Williams, but he's that caliber of player. Says there in Sports Cards and Things. He's live every night on a Friday. Mays. 37.1 seconds left to go. San Antonio with the free throw, 98-97. That's a great card. I've got 58 Mays, I've got 54 Mays, and 52. $57 Clemente, that would be a good one to have, Jay. I've got the 56. I don't have his rookie. $99.97, still with 37.1 seconds left to go. San Antonio. That'll be good to see that. The 56 Clemente, that's the one where it shows his face and it's got the wall up there with all the signs and everything. And then I think there's one other one in that set that has that type of background. $57 Clemente, I'm not sure what it looks like. I think he's just standing with the bat. But what's the 57 Mays look like? I can't picture it. is holding a bat too. Let's see. I got to think. How many do I have? I have 52, 54, 58, 64, and 74. I think those are the only Mays that I have. And the 74 Mays is actually a World Series card, and he's on it. He's featured prominently. But that's his last card of playing time age, you know. And he's on that home run card with him, Aaron, and Ruth. I don't have that one. Or is that one 73? $52 Billy Martin. That'd be a good one to have. Jay Thompson wants that. I have a 53 Bowman with him and Rizzuto. 99.99 with 30 seconds left in the coin. Somebody's just standing there dribbling with kind of he's got a beehive hairdo, but it's dreadlocks. I don't know who that is. He throws it to Wabamba. Wabamba's sitting there jumping around, flipping around, spinning around. Makes a shot, 101.99 with 11.5 seconds left in the game. He's on a 74, Jay. But it's a World Series card. You can pick it up for like $1. Well, $100 is it's not an easy spend either, especially in today's economy. Sports Cards and Things got some other goodies. 91 Jordan, Upper Deck Ichiro rookie. That's a good one. Well, I mean, they both are, but somebody tried selling me to a box, like a beer box, like you'd have 4 6-packs in. That size box full of 89 and 90 Pro Set, just thrown in the box, corners dinged up, everything bent. And I said, well, I'll give you $5 because it would be a good live stream, something to do. You might find a couple rookies in there that might be worth, they wouldn't be worth 25 cents because they're destroyed, but it'd be a fun stream. And this person has no idea about cards. He calls me over there. Oh, whoa, I'm just going to burn them. What's the point? I'll give you $5. Somebody in town offered you $1. Take the money. Drove to the basket. 101. 3.1 left in the fourth quarter. I'm guessing this is an overtime game. Aikman, Barry, Dion. Yep. Tony Mandrich is in there. Don Beebe went to school at Chadron State. Roderick Thomas, he went to school in Nebraska. I don't know. I was always a fan of Pro Set. There's even a song I posted some years ago when Pro Set came back out, and I just happened to reposted it in my community tab just a few days ago. Yeah, Derek Thomas. and Broderick Thomas. And this box did have some 89 hoops in it, and I was trying to look through it and see if that, maybe there's a Jordan or something. Frank Robinson rookie card. I have that. Those are affordable if you want to get one in a low grade. There's also a Hillshire Farm, I believe it is, autograph, and those can be obtained very cheap. Hold on, I'm going to move this. I'll have one for you, Jay, real quick. Listen, Jay. Ah. Yeah, you can even tell by the... Well, maybe you can't tell. Had a Pepsi there for you, Jay. Dawn, did you ever send Jay any cookies? This game is overtime. End of regulation. 101. Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, 89 Hoops had there was a team card, and then there was another team card where it just showed the logo. Dawn, you're slacking. Come on now. Send him the cookies. Would you settle for female cookies? Move Cocaine Tiger back into... This is Jay's expression when he gets male cookies. And then all those cookies are gone. Yeah. Yum. They're done. Jay Thompson, I only weigh 125 pounds. He's wasting away. Bake them with stamps. Bake them with stamps. Barry. I'm laughing at sports cards and things. Baking the cookies with the stamps for Jay. Or when someone else touches my cookies, yeah. How you doing, Barry? What's new with you? Any weather headed your way? Dawn was supposed to send Jay some cookies, and she didn't do it. And we were talking about sports cards and things. Aaron, of course, his fantastic recent pickup. Thank you, Jay. You answered that in a very appropriate way. See now there she is. Hers perked up. Dawn, Jay needs cookies. You said you were going to make him some special cookies. Oh, what are you snacking on? Start of overtime between San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. 4:09 left to go, still tied at 101. Thunder went for a three-pointer, missed it, went out of bounds. San Antonio ball. Connie Hawkins, is that? What's his rookie? Tortilla chips. Oh, there's that guy with that beehive. Now he's doing another flop on the floor. These guys wouldn't have survived playing basketball in the 70s and 80s. And another thing about that beehive, he's got red hair, so he's just a throwback to B-52's tin roof, rusted. And as I say that, he dunks the ball, 103-101, San Antonio Spurs. Connie Hawkins, I think I have it. I've got that, nearly got that. There's a scrum on the floor, and Wabamba's down again. Now he's up pointing at everybody. I'm sorry, but this Wabamba guy is good, but he sure likes to flop. In soccer, he would be off the field. Oh, he does a flop, and then somebody sat on his face. Boom! Took the butt right in the face. Big thunder boom. Yes! Jay with the commentary. I think the only cards I'm missing from that 69 set are Wilt Chamberlain, the checklist, and there's somebody else. It's not Lou Alcindor. I've got that one. Rick Barry, maybe? I think it's Rick Barry or Jerry West or both. Yes. 69 is the tall boys. I paid $200 for the Alcindor. That was the most I paid. I found on eBay, somebody did not know what they had. I bought like 30, 40, 50 graded cards for probably $75. They're all BBG, which is what I prefer personally. San Antonio driving, shoots the three, misses. Wabamba with the rebound and the bucket. 105-101, San Antonio. 2:40 left in the third quarter. San Antonio, or Oklahoma with the three. Nope. Everybody shoots three-pointers. You know, these basketball teams, if they would just drive and take the easy layup or the dunk, they'd win. But everything, you got to score points to be flashy on TV. No. I'd rather watch WNBA, personally, but inbound by Thunder, another three, and a make. 105-104, San Antonio. Now everybody's just standing around. Okay, let's play ball. Back to Beehive. I'm guessing he's going to go to Obamba. Tipped by Oklahoma City Thunder, running and jammed. 105-106. Oklahoma City Thunder with 1:51 left in the game. See, they listen to me and they go ahead. Now the pass to Obamba. He's dribbling. He's taking a few steps, probably about 5 of them. Stolen by Oklahoma City Thunder. And, of course, he shoots a 3 and he misses. Out of bounds. I know nothing about any of these modern players, so I can't give you names. But all you gotta know nowadays is they're just going to shoot a 3. Now, I would assume a coach would only give maybe 1 or 2 players a green light to shoot. The rest of them aren't doing their job, if that's the case. Thanks for stopping in, Jay. Be safe in this weather. It's been bad over here. San Antonio with the 3 and a miss and a rebound by Obamba. And he lost the ball and out of bounds on... He looks like he threw it in the air to the feet of Obamba, and it went out of bounds. Everybody's clapping. Skinny white guy with the bald white guy with the headband. Threw it in the air. Ooh, that's close. Referees are going to need to look at that. Nope, they gave it to Oklahoma. His foot might have been down. Driving the lane with another jam. They go ahead, 108-105. 57.6 seconds left in the overtime. San Antonio getting panicky, shooting 3s. Nope. Another rebound by Oklahoma City. I'm going to say Oklahoma City is going to win this game because they're actually playing smart. Milk and cookies for Jay, Don says. He probably had a FedEx package just come in. Well, Bamba shoots from damn near half court and makes it. 108-108. That was an ill-advised shot, but he made it nonetheless. Now everybody's taking a timeout, congratulating everybody. Time for a commercial. You know, this Wabamba reminds me kind of Ralph Sampson. Oklahoma is the old Sonics. I do believe you are correct, Don. Sonics are coming back, too, from what I hear. Do you ever get to any Seattle Storm games? Or Thunderbirds? Do Thunderbirds even exist? Things agrees with the Sampson. Yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't pan out in the NBA. I mean, he played quite a few years, but just wasn't what they thought or what he was in college either. Do you know how many years Wabamba is still or has been playing? I don't see him lasting long in the NBA, but I do know that it's not as physical as it used to be. I think I did ask you about that before, and yeah, Seattle Thunderbirds. I think I did ask you about that. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously good. Very good. 12 seconds left. Passing it around. Driving again. Dancing. Passes out. 3 points. Misses. Rebound San Antonio. 0.4. This is going to a second overtime. 0.4 seconds left. 108, 108. I think had the guy attempted to take the shot. No, now the referees are talking. It is out. San Antonio. Oklahoma might get this ball with nary a chance to score another point. Unless they're going to call some sort of foul. He was out. You don't need to show all kinds of angles. He was out. He was standing out of bounds and holding the ball. But was he pushed? Dawn said he is just chilling. He was not pushed. His momentum carried him out. They put 0.3 seconds back on the clock for some reason. Perhaps that's when they're examining when he went out. I don't know. I have it muted. They give it to San Antonio. Alley-oop from the inbound, and he dropped the ball. Second overtime, 108, 108. The hockey cards, something just popped up for him. Do I have captions? I never even checked that. Let me look at the remote. Menu. Hey. Maybe I can give a little bit better play-by-play if I have captions on. Oh, chat ain't broke. They're just listening or hanging out, doing whatever. And I appreciate everybody being in chat. Oh, hell, I do have captions on my TV, which I'm sure I should have known that anyway. But it might produce for a better call. I'm not going to try and call this whatever, however many overtimes it goes to. I'll keep it up. And then after the stream, I'm going to check email for Dawn's email, and I'm going to send her that song. And like I said, don't share it. I'm still waiting on all the rights to it. Double OT Sports Cars and Things says, yes, it is. I feel Oklahoma City is going to win this game. Former Seattle Supersonics. Now, the basketball game is not giving me captions. Now it's starting to. First 4 scored by the Spurs. Blah, 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 blah. Western Conference Finals. Going for the tip-off right now. Wabamba and some other little guy that's probably huge, but he's 7'4". We have a playoff game, ladies and gentlemen. Second overtime. Beehive drives, misses. Rebounded by the Spurs. Or the Thunder, sorry. Thunder driving. Passing out to a three. Working his way in. Throws it back out to 3. Throws it back out to 3. You're going to run out of time here. Put the ball up. Might be a shot clock violation. I don't know who anybody is, so the best I can do is give descriptions. White guy, black guy. That's about my only knowledge. Okay, we got Beehive coming down the court. Passing to a 3, drives it in. Nope for the Spurs, and Oklahoma City recovers again. Like I said, I think they're going to win this game. Dribble, sides up. Take the 3. Why not? You miss it. Wabamba with the ball, taking 3 steps and dunk. Guy takes 3 steps damn near from half court and he dunks. 2 steps is travel. 110-108, San Antonio Spurs. You know, what's Dennis Rodman doing these days? Last thing I heard of him, really, I think he was partying with Kim Jong-un from North Korea. So I have no clue. And I think that was a few years ago. They're showing it again. 1, 2. Oh, no, they're showing something else. Well, Bamba's going to shoot another free throw, at least one. Oof. This guy's arms are so long, he could probably dunk from the free throw line. Yeah, those North Korean leaders, they like Chicago Bulls players for some reason. I've got 2 of these little bugs hanging out. Right. Well, he ran off. 2 free throws, 112-108, San Antonio. Is Dennis Rodman still married to Carmen Electra? That was a couple that made no sense. Absolutely no sense at all, at least to me. That was kind of like me and my first wife. She was kind of a mix of she looked like a cross between Sporty Spice and Alyssa Milano. We got married after, 3 days? Something like that. Marriage lasted a month and a half. Beehive with the ball. Standing there dribbling. Pass out to a 3. He does a little juke. Comes inside. And he gets the easy, not a layup, just some sort of tip in. Now he's laying on the ground in pain. Holding his head. Now he's holding his nose and his jaw. Now he's holding his nose again. Your nose ain't bleeding. If it was broken, it'd be bleeding. I do not Facebook stalk. If you want to, you can look it up. Her name is Megan Koshin. CIAN. Last time I seen her was... See, we got married in 98. Last time I seen her was like 2012-ish. She walked into a gas station where I was working. She left when she saw that I was in there. And my second wife, I went over to Norway for. She was a complete fucking lunatic. So, yeah. Now, her, I actually did attempt to look up one time on Facebook, and she did not have a Facebook. Oh, but she was completely fucking goofy, man. Everything was good until we got married. Then she went nuts. Started hanging out in parking lots with guys and all kinds of stuff. And that really started when I was on crutches because I was hunting fossils in Mjøndalen when we were in a chalk quarry. And I fell down a cliff. And everything was fine. You know, I was playing volleyball that night. And then she called me a week later because she was still in Fredrikstad and I was in Mjøndalen. And I'm walking across the living room and then just snapped. My leg just snapped. I still got the fossils though, so that was pretty cool. And the whole deal, you know, why the hell was I in Mjøndalen and why was she in Fredrikstad? Oh, I remember. It's for work. It was for work. But, oh, no, I met her on the internet. She's the first person I talked to in the chat room even. And she told me she was going to school for graphic design, which here in the United States, graphic design is, you know, you're thinking computer, mind you, this is late 90s. You're thinking computer, somebody with some sort of talent and thing like that, you know? No. I actually I had been up there about a year and I had seen one of her homework assignments. She had a big piece of oak tag, you know, like a poster size piece of thick paper on the table, and she was drawing on it. And I was like, what the fuck? Because her drawing is the caliber of an infant. And that was her project. And then I actually, you know, started questioning her. She was getting paid to go to college. Quotations, college. Oh, I don't know if I did laugh. I said, what the fuck is this shit? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. No, it's bad. It was like stick figures and they didn't even. Now, I'm no artist at all, but graphic design, advertising, that's my mindset. You're seeing something. And she's drawn, I got to move Cocaine Tiger. She's drawn, there's the circle and there's the sticks and, that's not graphic design. That's government paying you money just to keep you busy. Bamba with another free throw. 108, 114, or 118, 114 with 50 some seconds left to go. Why did I say Norway? Because it was Norway. The country, Norway. Norge. Heia Norge. Hoi uli kesso sikio. Pulpit Rock? No. Where's that? Never even heard of it. San Antonio Spurs 120, Oklahoma City Thunder, formerly Seattle Supersonics 114 with 20.2, I believe, or so seconds left in the game. See, this goes back to what I'm saying, sports cards and things. Whenever I say a team is going to win, they lose. Now, when I was in Norway, it was pretty much Fredrikstad and Mjøndalen. And then I was in Oslo a couple times. 22.0 seconds left in the second overtime. San Antonio Spurs 120, Oklahoma City Thunder 114. And one of the reasons that I went there, and I could have went to Australia, I'm glad I didn't, just because I wouldn't have what I have now, but was for going there to play football. No, this is no scheme, Don. Norway was a very socialist country. I only knew probably 2 people that worked. Their minimum wage was $15 an hour in 2000. They got 3 weeks vacation. I mean, I knew 2 people with the car. I knew probably 2 people that worked. Marriage, and this is not just because I had a bad experience. Marriage there doesn't mean shit because, hell, I was at the bar and there's a guy I played pool with. I've been playing, I've played pool with him many times. And I went and I was like, okay, you got the table. I sat down. Oh, they have tons of oil money. When the princess got married to Ari Ben, and I could go into story about oil money too, but when the princess and Ari Ben got married, they had a $20 million gold toilet on the yacht. $20 million gold toilet. Those are the kind of people, and if you don't think this exists, you can look it up. There are pills that you can take, some capsules with gold in it, and it's supposed to add gold to your shit. I believe they're the kind of people that would take those capsules to have gold shit. or gold in your shit. It would be the equivalent of drinking the little stuff at the bottom of the Goldschlager bottle. And I'm fine. If you got the money to do it, okay, do it. But a $20 million gold toilet, I would take that 20 million. I would have a little town that I would fund for everybody that I knew and got along with. I mean, they could have, I mean, it's not a huge circle, but they could have their own house. I mean, I could buy 10 $100,000 houses, have a little store there, have everything, and they wouldn't have to work ever. And one quick little story. I did party with who the princess married, word this correctly, who the princess was married to, brother. And believe me, that's no royalty. I'll just say that. That's no royalty. Got along with him, just that's not a royalty. San Antonio Spurs win 122 against Oklahoma City Thunder 115. The former Seattle Supersonics were not very thunderous in this game, although it did go to 2 overtimes. And now, tiny little white chick talking to Wabamba. And he says, oh, what kind of composure, what kind of turns does it take to win this game? I don't even know. The first time. I love that. 41 points, though. 23 rebounds for you. Okay, so that's still her talking. How did you continue to show up? Oh, they're way behind in there. I'm not even going to try and keep up with it because it's behind. I do find funny, though, that they get all this excited for NBA, which I suppose deservedly so. But for me, I would watch WNBA or that 3-on-3 that exists. I'd watch that way before NBA. The only reason I got NBA on is because it's the only thing on right now. And I mean that literally because I only get what the channels have. Oh, Beehive comes in. His name is Castle. Okay, I'll have to remember that. But this is, I typically get Mexican channel, NCN, which is a local channel, and sometimes I'll get another channel. It is totally unwatchable. And it's not so much the players, it's everything else around it. And the game, from what I grew up on, the game is completely different. Sports Cards and Things, you're absolutely correct when you say can see a better game of basketball at the rec park. Absolutely. And I could be wrong with what I'm saying, but like LeBron James, he's a great player. He really is. Hey, Henry, I believe I have bought from Triple Play because I have had packages from Sioux Falls. I Nothing memorable. That's what I can say. Are you having difficulties with them, Henry? Everyone, be sure to check out Henry S. Don, he's up in your part of the world, Oregon. And was a candidate for YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame this year. Should have been in it, at least in my opinion. Last video I checked out of from him was a radio. Picked up is from the 60s or 70s, still works perfectly. I loved hearing that radio static. It's just not something that you get nowadays with modern technology. But I prefer that static. Especially on the AM stations. Triple play Sioux Falls. I would have to go back and watch my videos, but yes, I think anything from Sioux Falls might have been triple play. They had 30,000 items, and now on 7,000, they replaced ComC for me, and now what the heck? ComC in itself has gone way downhill. They really have. I used to get quite a bit from Two Bros. Then I think it changed names to like Three Bros on a card store or something like that. Hopefully for them, it just means that they're doing that great of business. But you never know. People might have just pulled out, or they're doing that great of business. Buy X amount of cards and get 40% off. Was it like 10 cards? What kind of cards are you looking for? Might be something that somebody in chat could help you out with. I definitely wouldn't be too concerned about it, Henry, because all it is just a click anyway. If you're not in the click, you're not going to get in the click. Is Boomslang even in the Hall of Fame? He's got the largest card collection in the world, I believe. I don't think he's in it. I've never even had one vote or one nomination even. And I could care less, but I mean, that just shows you what the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame is. Oh, shit. They were showing cars like on the news right now, torn into pieces from the tornado. F3 tornadoes, St. Laborie, wind speeds of 160. Yeah, Two Bros was a good one. It was like 99 cents, if I remember correctly. And then, like, if you buy 5 cards, one was free or something like that. Tubro was good. Comp was good until they got their shipping practices and their, what do you call it? Not just, oh, there was a shipping that started charging blah, blah, blah per card. And then taking 3 or 4 weeks just to get there. It's ridiculous. Do you want that Star Wars set, though, Henry? I don't know if it's the same one, but I think we have it here in town for like $10. Oh, yeah. I've long been eligible. Long been. I have not had, to my knowledge, anyone even nominate me. I'm not considered a card channel. Yeah, and Boomslang, he should have been. My first card video was actually on Texas Vlogs, Blogs, and Dogs. I acquired one of the, and I forget which year, Ginter, the stealth cards, where there's only like maybe 10 of them or whatever. Yeah. I've got one video. I was just standing out on the porch, and that was right before I did that live stream. There was like 6 funnels, just probably within a 2-mile area. What I didn't film, because I was listening to that, and Dawn knows what I'm talking about, I was listening to that song. And so I just had that on repeat, and I was just watching out the window. But there was one point where everything was just going straight up in the air here. There was a funnel right overhead, came right over the house, and I'm sure it touched down somewhere north of here. If it didn't, it's the hand of God that made it not. But I mean, you could just see the dirt and everything just going straight up. Commons over 50 cents. Holy crap. Well, that's just like I was talking about earlier in the stream. I was talking to a guy called me a couple days ago. Oh, come look at these cards. You blah blah blah. There's a box, good sized beer box of 89 and 90 Pro set. Just throw in the box, all the corners busted up, cards bent, cards creased, whatever. And I said, well, I'll give you $5 because it would have been something good for a live stream. Well, I'm just going to burn them. Okay. So as far as I know, they burned them. They wouldn't take $5 for garbage. Stuff I wouldn't even, I'm sure there were some good, still some mint cards in there. But some of those cards, I wouldn't send them away to be for TTM even. They were in that bad of shape. Really? Yeah, it's just some of the, and like I said, it's a click. And you can produce all the content you want in the world. Yes, that's exactly what it is, sports cars and things. It is. I'm damn near tempted to start my own. I have been for a couple years. But there would be the first year I would pick who I think should be in there. Yes. Yes, Henry. Absolutely. Vintage Guys Hall of Fame. I like you're putting out, you're getting all these TTMs. You, Jay Pylon, Boomslang would be in just on the fact of sheer volume, 3, 4, 5 million cards. That's nothing to sneeze at, you know. Is it certain ones, and then I would do the first one by myself. The second one I would allow votes, and it wouldn't be 20 different channels of, oh, you've been here 3 years, now you're eligible. It would be people that actually have substance to what they show. Which I will admit, my channel does not have, in my opinion, have substance. Just because I don't have a computer, I'm just using this little phone here. So I'm not editing, I'm not putting on all sorts of fancy stuff. But that isn't necessarily necessary either. There should be an array of cards. You know, you got blah, blah, blah. You got guys collecting all 1910s. Well, okay, we can have a 1910 section. Somebody's got a Gaudy set. They don't have to have anything else, but they're okay. Well, you're doing stuff somebody else ain't doing. I guess my opinion of what substance would be is a little different than most. And Henry's channel, he's got all these albums. He's collecting Cheers, he's collecting Frasier. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely there should be. Granted, not some kid opening up one pack of Pokemon cards. Oh, look at me. I've got this. You know, nah. Well, and that's just it. I've got stuff that's so damn old it makes these people's T206 look like a kindergartner. Yeah, Jay does customs, and that's fine with me. He's putting out a hell of an effort making customs. Yes. Oh, and absolutely. But they should achieve some level of, and I'm not saying notoriety, but just some level of contribution. Doesn't mean amount of videos. It doesn't mean amount of subscribers, but not just rinky dink. Okay, I bought a pack. Now I'm the cool, you know. And I'm also questioning using the Hall of Fame as more than the word showcase. Because there, when you put in a showcase, you can showcase, hey, this is a showcase of new collectors of the month, blah, blah, blah. Works builds up, new collectors of the year, and graduate from there. Casual collectors are part of the hobby, but they don't need to be recognized for being casual collectors, but they can be promoted, you know. I think pretty much anybody that goes to the Nationals shouldn't be. I'm never going to a National. And I could care less if I'm in. I wouldn't even vote myself in. But like I'm going to use you as an example, Henry. You're doing TTMs, you're doing records, you're doing stamps, you're doing postcards. That's something to be noticed. Sports cards and things. Every Friday, he's there. He's doing all kinds of stuff. That deserves to be noticed. But I've seen some channels or videos, some videos from some of the channels that have been in the Sports Cards Hall of Fame, and I wouldn't wipe my ass with it. You know, it's just, as was said, it's all just one big circle jerk. And I don't swing that way. And, you know, a channel just dedicated to that type of thing is something that should happen. You have your Hall of Fame. You give your once a month, or once a month is good enough. Once a month shout out to some of the new channels. No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sports Cards. I mean, honestly, my videos, they're not for anybody else but me. And that's why I do that mail day, blah, 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 blah. This is just me logging what I get, when I get, from where I get. So when I'm 70 and making $1,000 on welfare, or not welfare, but Social Security, I can say, oh, hey, yeah, I got that. Let's go to this box. Hey, look at this. I got it right here. You know? That's all it is. I've thought about too, excuse me, starting a channel, opening up the dictionary, start with the word A and just work all the way through. Just so there's, and this, anybody could use it. I'd be like, ab, whatever, work through. Just for the simple fact of having my voice. And anybody could use it, because say somebody has to use one of those machines they put up to the throat and blah, 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 blah. Well, okay. Instead of having that voice, well, here's this one. Yes. Sports cards and things. It's what you want to do. But you know what? All these Hall of Fame channels, I ain't watching them. I'm watching what I enjoy to watch. Like your channel, Surfer's channel. I watch those every chance I can. Oh, expense you're right, Henry. It's the expense of the collecting cards is just ridiculous. And that's all because of COVID. I mean, $2 million or better for a Mantle rookie and used toilet paper condition? No. It's stupid. The whole collecting anything has gotten stupid since COVID. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's people throwing themselves out of the window because they spent, oh, what did I do? I spent $1 million on a card, and now it's actually really only worth 10 cents. I'm not going to be able to collect the complete sets that I was working on now because of COVID. That's pretty damn good, though. 15,000 views. And what's the story with Mr. Rogers? Wasn't he what do I want to call it? The Navy. He won it out of his collection, and won it out of his collection. Who made that comment? Yeah. See, I mean, worst case scenario, my cards are my retirement. Worst case scenario. I don't want to sell them. I don't have any plans to ever sell any of them because I buy the ones that I want. But should I need to, that's what they're there for. Oh, Goodwill, they're ridiculous. It's cheaper to go to. Now I'm in a town of 20,000 people south of me. They've got one Goodwill, and it's cheaper to go to Walmart and buy stuff brand new than it is to go to Goodwill. Ooh, gotta plug the phone in. Hold on. Fish the wire. Cocaine Tiger. Yeah. Your best bargains are utilizing errors from autocorrect. My Johnny Unitas rookie, I paid $100 for, and I searched Johnny units. Not saying it's going to happen every time, but anybody that does it on their phone, if they don't spell it just right, or they just don't know how to spell the name, autocorrect puts whatever. Henry, I'll go to the antique store that I know. I'm pretty sure I can get you the entire set of Star Wars for like $10. Ooh, wait a minute. Now I'm not sure if it's Star Wars or Battlestar Galactica. Or Flash Gordon, perhaps. Return of the Jedi. It could be Return of the Jedi. But there's a set of something related to that. It's like, I think, $10. I'll let you know. It's white border. I know. I remember that. It's white bordered, if that helps you. And I can go to the same one and I can buy boxes. There's 90. Now, it's not anything I would buy. There's 94 some Upper Deck basketball, I think, for like $40 a box. there's a box of not Pro Zone, not Pro Set. It's the one where it's like football card players. They're standing on the field just in their regular clothes and, might be holding a helmet or somebody doing, like a glamour pose. I think there was one autograph per box. I can get that for like $30-$40. Pro line. And he's got, some boxes like that. I can get a list of those too and let you guys know. If it's something you want, I'll pick it up. We'll work something out. But yeah, these resellers. There was a guy on Facebook here, and he worked at Walmart. He would go there, he would grab whatever, and I'm sure it probably wasn't even done legally. And he was selling it on Facebook. And which I believe anybody should be allowed to, but he wouldn't even sell to me because I wasn't the right color. I'll look. But last time I was in there, because see, cards are not a big deal where I'm from. I think it was $40 a box. I want to say it was 94 upper deck. What was it when Jordan wasn't in? Was that 94, 95? Henry has an entire Battlestar Galactica set. I mean, it could be Battlestar Galactica. I know it's one of those types of show cards. And again, he's only got like $10 on it, so if you can turn around and sell it for 20, I mean, if shipping and everything works out where it's profitable. Like I said, I'll let you know what's there. I did one video there. It's the one that had the old Nash skateboard, like the original skateboard or whatever. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the Pro line is what it is. And it might be $40, might be cheaper. Sports cards and things. This guy had a card shop ever since before I was born. And he works in an antique store now, and he just has some of his boxes in there. That's the one where I did that mustard yellow set of Fleer. I paid like $10 for that box. Yeah. I'll do that all day. I'm not going to get crap. I know that. I mean, there's a chance that one of those errors, and I even pulled one of them. I forget what it was. But and he does have some, or at least did the last time I talked to him, some of the Fleer Ultra, I believe it is, Favre rookie. Whatever the Fleer was called, it's either Fleer or Flair Ultra in 91. He had some of those boxes. I think they were like $50 or $60. And here's the thing with those, if anybody wants to go on a chase for those, there was a green badge on the side about like that's that big. There was also a purple one. The purple one is the one you actually want to get. Because the green one is you have a chance at a Favre. The purple your odds were much greater. I think you might get like 2 or 3. And truthfully, those cards might be worth $1. It's just the fun of it. I can go on eBay and I can buy Peyton Manning rookie cards all day for less than $10. Most of the ones that I have, I paid $1 for. $1 to $10. And if it's UD, I think I bought probably 5 or 6 of those. They were $1 or $2. And this goes back to the things like these new collectors. They're spending all this money, and they don't realize that your multi-$1,000 card in a couple years are going to be $1. I purchased a Brady Quinn. Was it Matt Stafford? Whoever the 3 rookies were in 2007. I know one was Brady Quinn. There was one from the Lions and one from the Eagles, I think. A triple auto numbered to 10. And I paid $10-$20. Now, okay, there's that bug. That card, when that came out, that was thousands of dollars. 1999 SPX football. The Sean King was $6,500 graded gem mint. That's when they had the prices back in the Beckett's for graded cards. I bought one for 10. I bought one for 20. I bought a redemption, I think, for like 5. $6,500. Cade McNown was thousands of dollars. Go up and look for him or Tim Couch. Go up and look for a 99 SPX football of them. You can get paid more for a hamburger. All these cards, unless it's some sort of Ronaldo auto, blah, 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 gold, Messi, game-used jockstrap card, they're all going to be worth crap. And I'll wait 20 years for a card because I know somebody's going to want to sell it. Most people just don't. Yeah. Oh, what's the ones that I got? A real McNabb. I pulled his rookie and I purchased another. This will go back to that 98-9 SPX. I bought a box for $100. Pulled his autograph rookie redemption. I still have the redemption card is actually worth more than the card itself. The 99 Dante Culpepper, Donovan McNabb, Cade McNown, Tim Couch, Ricky Williams, Edgerrin James. I paid $10 for an Edgerrin James autograph rookie. The only one I need there's 3 cards I need from that set. I need Champ Bailey, Torrey Holt, and Ricky Williams. The Ricky Williams is the most expensive card in that set. Fucking David Boston used to be $80. Now you can pick it up for $1. And this was $80 back in the 90s. I won't own a card of him. Yeah. Yeah, they were good then, and nobody knows. Well, shit. I've got hundreds probably of Pete Rose cards, and nobody was buying them because, oh, he's never going to get in the Hall of Fame. Now all of a sudden, he dies and everybody's paying astronomical prices. And I ain't getting rid of any Pete Rose cards because that was one of my favorite players. That 84 Mattingly, that was worth more then than it is now. Akeem Olajuwon, back in the late 80s, I paid $90 for his rookie. I paid the same amount or less for his rookie now, which is 86 Fleer. And that's just a simple fact that's from that set. I have rarely spent more than $100 for a card. Yeah. And why Mattingly isn't in a Hall of Fame is ridiculous. At least in my opinion. I can still get T206 for $20. Oh, well, nobody knows who those old guys are. Okay, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that every day, please, because that just makes it cheaper for me. I bought a base with 30 signatures. It was like Pete Rose, Preacher Rowe, Carl Erskine, not Wade Boggs, but from that same as Boggs era. Mike Piazza's on there. Paid $300 for it. 30 signatures on a base. And it's authenticated. Okay. To me, that's worth it. For somebody wanting to flip, I would suggest Willie O'Ree. I would suggest Johnny Rogers because he has cancer. Mike Rozier because he has cancer. Tom Osborne, he's 91. 91. Jack Nicklaus. I would say invest in Tiger Woods. His first DWI, his cards dropped down to dirt shit, then went back up, and they're going to do the same again. And like Sports Cards and Things said, $10 for a Mattingly rookie. Do it. Do it all fucking day. You might have to sit on them for 20 years, but that $10 is going to have a couple other zeros after probably. He does. He does have a likability problem. Speaking of Woods. But people are still going to pay. Now, I'll give an example. for golf. I bought Arnold Palmer Ginter autograph for $100. And when he died, it was over 1,000. Jack Nicklaus will do the same. Greg, I think it's Greg Norman. He's up there too. Gary Player's near 100. Just giving people a heads up there too. And I hate to be morbid, but there's also a common sense thing. If you want an autograph of these people, now's your time to do it. And golf is one of your better routes. And most of that would just be, either you like golf or just, a history of a sport. I'll get 90, 91 pro set golf like Henry does. He sends them off for TTMs. Well, okay, you can complete a good chunk of the set just through TTM. And that's pretty damn impressive to me. But, there's certain things you can find for dirt cheap. And once again, I don't get rid of anything. But, And, I don't think I posted his video, but I replied to him on the post today. Or posted to him. HockeyTube19. He bought some stuff. He paid like $1.25 or $1.40 an autograph. I think he got like several hundred autographs, I'll say that. One of them was a Wayne Gretzky. One was a Mario Lemieux. It averaged out to $1.40 an autograph. He got several autographed hockey sticks. I don't know what he paid. I would advise him not to accept anything less than $500 per stick. It was a Columbus Chill. Oh, what were I forget what all the teams were that played in Columbus before the Blue Jackets. And when he gets to 999 subscribers, he's going to open a pack of 1975 Topps hockey for a chance at a Wayne Gretzky rookie. He's not going to give it away, but he's going to open one. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but if I had a pack of it, I'd keep it as a pack. And here's one that I haven't seen in a while. Talking about with Henry and the channels that or stores that he was talking about. Does Baseball Card Exchange do anything anymore? I know Fritch does, but I have not seen anything Baseball Card Exchange related in a while. And it could just be I'm not watching the right channels to come across that. Yeah, it's just anything card related has just gotten stupid, though. It really has. But I am excited to see the card that you got, Sports Cards and Things. Everybody that's listening now, you're going to have to check it out. You got a 1957 something. So be sure to, and you can share the link for your channel. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Check it out. Be sure to catch it on one of his streams. Well, now here's the thing with that thing. I have seen an interview. Mind you, it's somebody's word. But you know how 75 Topps minis are supposedly so rare? This guy was talking about there's an entire fucking warehouse of them. So, who knows? Topps dumped a whole bunch of 1952s in the ocean. And that's just, from companies. So now Baseball Card Exchange, I mean, they're still going to get people selling them stuff, but I don't know how badly they were impacted by the JSA fake scandal either, because that's what they use. Was it the JSA or was it PSA? I think it was JSA, where they found a bunch of stuff to be fake. And I know that, and I know this from secondhand. I didn't witness it, but somebody else did and said they had done it. If you get a PSA, like you go to a card show and you want something authenticated, if you pay, they'll authenticate it whether it's real or not. And he was saying some of the guys all you have to do is slip a 20. So you got these mass graders. Think about it. Everybody's making money off of this. You get these people that come in with a mantle rookie. I say it that way for a reason. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, here's a $100 bill underneath of it. Those graders are going to take that $100 bill, and your mantle rookie might not get a high grade, but you're going to get a mantle rookie. Or your autographed jersey. Oh, well, here's a sticker. We went through all this, and they're all legitimate. That's PSA. And Beckett had the same problem, too. If you go back far enough in Fat Packs, that's the show that Beckett used to have, you'll notice a change in the personnel. That change in personnel was because somebody got caught. Chris Olds. Chris Olds was his name. You can check that whole scandal out. OLDS is the last name spelling. And I think what's funny too, do any of you actually watch Topps channel? Oh, absolutely shady stuff with grading. But if you watch Topps channel, all the big cards are actually pulled on their channel. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And a bunch of cards were replaced. There's that bug again. As long as you don't crap on my card, you're fine. Whatever bug that is, it's sure enjoying it. And that's the problem, too, because I like Chris Olds. He knows his stuff. That's all I'll say. He knows his stuff. Oh, they've been swapping cards since the 90s. It used to be Beckett, BBG, BGS, and then it was PSA. Then it was SGC, because SGC was worth less than PSA. And then it was BCCG. BCCG, which is a subsidiary of Beckett. Those and SGC were about the same. And then PSA became known for giving 10s. That's how they got popular, because everything, send it to PSA, you'll get a 10. And then everybody just thought, oh, PSA. No, PSA was and, in my opinion, is garbage. And yes, only certain what's the word I want to use? Not subscriber. Submitters would always get the 10s and always get the 9s. But in the 90s, PSA was known for giving everybody 10s. And the more you spend, the higher your grade. And that's always been that way. Because everything used to just be $20 a card. Boom. $20 a card. $20 for this, $20 for Mano Rookie. Then it became, $20 for a certain, $30, whatever, for a certain player. And then it turned into, what grade will you accept? And if you watch YouTube, you see all these people saying, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Well, a good portion of that is true, because everybody thinks their cards are the best. No, they're not. You're looking at them through your own eyes. But no, and most people can't grade worth a shit. Because there's people that'll say, this card looks mint. This card is far from mint. Well, that might be a bad example because it's got that white there. But, okay, Cody Klein. That card's mint. No, it's not. It's off-center. It's horrifically off-center. Corner nice, corner nice, corner nice, corner nice. 8.5 at best. where other people would see this as a 10. Too high on top, too much on bottom. Well, okay. This right here. See how I didn't even notice that? That right there. That right there. Don't mind my dirty nails. There's still some crap from staining the deck. But, yeah. It's that simple and that easy not to notice something. Just looking at it. Oh, hey, this is mint. Send it in. And it comes back with the 5 because that little scratch there. Well, okay. But there's many times where you send it off and you don't have that. And it comes back with that. There's one channel when they do a grading submission, they'll do a show where it's, guess the grade or predict the grade. I've been pretty spot on to within 0.5 on 99% of the cards. And hell, this card here, that's going to get, to me, that's going into a top loader. 99% of people wouldn't do it. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's Cocaine Tiger, Jay Thompson, you know. That's the only reason. And that's worth more to me than $10 Jackwater rookie, you know. And here's another thing. You see a little white spot right up there. This ain't mint. This is probably a 4. At best. You have absolutely correct. Sports cards and things very well here. Best way to grade your own cards is to figure out the worst possible grade it can get, not the other way around. That's absolutely right. And here's the thing, too. You see people, I know there's that guy where you set it down, or gauge, and you set it down, and this card is blah, blah, blah. This card is blah, blah, blah here. What's to say that thing is even fucking cut correctly because those things are mass produced? And here, you turn it at another angle. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit of tape residue. How thin it is on this border. You know. But these people are just looking at the card. Oh, that's a fucking 10. At least keep it straight. Cocaine Tiger's getting angry. But yeah. Simple stuff. And since I submit, I really can't do a video on it. I mean, I could, but I have to show something of, no, I've got cards and I'm not going to do it, but I've got cards that look like they were crushed. Because, like that 51 Mays, and I got a 55 Aaron. I paid I paid $70 for the 55 Aaron. I paid $70 for the 52 Mays. They're beat shit. But I've got a Mays Aaron second year. I ain't going to buy their rookie cards. I don't give a shit. Now, if I can buy one of these for $1, but when it comes to a substantial amount of money, I'm just like you said, I'm just happy to have the card. Most of my graded cards, high value cards or potential high value, are all ones. Like the Reggie Jackson rookie I got, it's a 1. It's not beat up, but it's pretty worn. And it looks great because vintage cards, while it would be great having one that's razor sharp, I'm perfectly fine with having a vintage card that's worn. I'd pay $200 for a 1 before I would pay $300 for a 5. Well, maybe not to that extreme, but you know what I'm saying. And I have some cards that are ones that definitely should not be ones. You'll see that mostly in cards that are graded 4, 5, 6. I'll say 3, 4, 6. And that is subjective to the grader. But I have some cards with every subgrade is higher than the grade of the card. Oh, yes, absolutely. You can get a nice copy. But you also have to keep it in your budget. Because when it like it's just a piece of cardboard at that point, Are you going to spend $400? Are you going to spend $300? You have to keep it realistic. And if it presents well, I don't care what it is. I'll spend the $100 or $200 for the 1 as opposed to the $300 for the 2. And there are some cards that they are ridiculously graded, like 71 Topps Baseball, 75 Topps Baseball, especially 75 Topps Baseball. 76 Topps Baseball gets ridiculously low grades. I've got a box of 1960 Topps Baseball that I paid. It was 100 cards. I think I paid $20. Most of my stuff is like $20. And there's probably 7 to 10 cards in there that would probably grade as now, and that's me looking at them through my eyes, but I think they would grade possibly a 10. And I top loaded them, or not top loaded them. I put them in a magnetic right away. I did a live stream with them, and you can look at them. They could be 9s, they could be 9.5s, they could be 10s. And at that year, it does matter. I have 3 1908s, which are better, in my opinion, than ones I seen listed. I seen one listed for 60,000 on eBay. There's one that I have that could be listed, I would say, at an 8.5. It could be listed at a 1. And there's two that are 9 or higher. Frank Robinson PSA 5 of 57. I have a 1.5, I believe it is. I paid $100 for it. And it is not a 1.5. If that gives you a gauge on what you'd spend. And I bought that. Oh boy. That's pre-COVID. A pre-COVID purchase. How much were you looking to spend on a Frank Robinson PSA 5? I jumble. Mwah. One of my blabs is here. Trouble. Hi. Oh. Okay, so that card doesn't seem to have changed then. I would and of course you do you, but I would suggest start looking at the ones. Because there are some that when I was looking, there were ones that were probably 3 or 4s. And that was in the $100 range. I haven't looked since I have one, but I've got somewhere in the house, there's an Ernie Banks rookie. That's BVG 1. I think I paid $60 for. I'd show mine. I know mine is in, I know what room it's in, but I don't know what container it's in. If I can find it, I'll show mine. That'll give you some idea. Because from the sounds of it, the price really hasn't changed since I bought mine. Because it was about $100 per grade. And a PSA 5 Robinson rookie, were I to have the money, I would pay $500 for it. I think it would be worth that anyway. Hi, trouble. Yeah. What other cards do you have on your want list? I should just get StreamYard. And do you use StreamYard for your streams things? I know StreamYard allows you to have up to, I think, 5 people or whatever. And it's a free run. It's 20 hours a month. I don't know if I can view chat on a StreamYard stream, though. Just with the phone. Okay. I might have to start doing that. That way I can have you on or whoever, you know. Because I do plan on... I'm going to try getting away from the shorts as much as possible. And the lives and... Or even keeping lives to video... Well, lives to video length wouldn't really count, but... Because realistically, shorts are only good to get you over 1,000. Pete Maravich, 70 to 74. I think I purchased a 71, and it was... Oh, you just gave me a great idea, too, here. Pat Riley, his rookie card is 1970. I don't know if you have it. That would be another one to invest in. He was coach for the Lakers back in the 80s. Maravich, but I think I have a 71 or 72. I get the early 70s. 71, 72, 73, 74. I get those all screwed up. I think it's 71 where it's got that funky top text at the top. I think I paid 30 for one. But his rookie, I know, is much higher. I got that Pat Riley in a lot. And I want to say it was 7 cards from that era. And that was not even the card that was prominently listed. Yeah, him. I don't have anything Jerry West. I have the one Wilt Chamberlain. And this is odd because I was a Lakers guy. I have the 70 Wilt Chamberlain. That's another one I paid $20 for. It's not graded, but it's legitimate. I have the Lou Alcindor rookie. Pretty much everything. Everything's 69 except a couple cards. Now, an affordable basketball set from the 70s is those cards that are just astronomically large. I believe it's 77, 76, 77, or 78, where they're like the size of this envelope to a card. They're white bordered. That's an affordable set to compile. Quit it. Hi. And you stop your heating. I've got one dog. She's in heat. It's all females, but that's the only dog that has been in heat in this house in 20-some years. And I've had all females. Get down. Now Shovel and Huggle are climbing all over the. Hold on. I'm gonna check quick. Hold on, let me see. Well, I'm gonna end the stream on this one because the dogs are climbing all over me. I want to thank Sports Cards and Things, Henry S., Don, Barry, Jay Thompson for stopping in. Thank you much for supporting the stream. And I'll probably do another one either tomorrow or the next day. Thanks for watching.